guys. So I am here with my friends from Uncle Tito's, the owners, and I wanted to get their story. I wanted to know. So tell us about how you guys started and everything.
Well, I've known this guy since kindergarten. He's probably my first friend ever. And that means I've known him since he was like 3 years old. So this was a childhood friendship that just blossomed into a lifelong friendship, I guess. And, we were always scheming on different hustles, I guess. Wanted to be rappers at one point. Always just thinking of things that we could do together. And, I feel like that's kind of how we ended up here.
So during the pandemic, we couldn't do any or host any events anymore. So we decided to rebrand as Uncle Tito, Filipino forward food brand that can focus on basically our culture. And from there, everything clicked. We were being ourselves. We can focus on things we know the best because we just grew up in the Filipino culture.
It's good, to bring awareness, but also just for us, for instance, for my son, to keep it alive for him. Our parents gave us traditional dishes or whatnot. I mean, nothing too crazy. The adobos, carcaret, a bunch of different slugs and stuff. But just as for my kid, or just thinking for now on for that, it's I feel like they wouldn't be exposed to that, And I think that just goes for everyone, and that shows for our food too. It's light, it's fun, the flavors are there too. But just in terms of that, we just really want to bring the Filipino-American food to people our way.
Just us being first generation Filipino Americans, and growing up having, like he said, kare one night, the next night you're having adobo, the next night you're having machado. Our kids aren't gonna have that same experience. We're gonna make them pasta one night, or they're gonna have burgers, so they're not gonna have these same Filipino upbringings that we had the privilege of having. So I'd like to say, Uncle Tito is kind of preserving that and honoring those flavors and the culture that we grew up with, and pushing it forward to this younger generation.
And then for Cece, my dad is from that area where they said that Cece was born. So I used to make tons of batches about just how can I get it better. Of course, different cuts or whatever of pork, and just give it to my dad.
So Nomi Chronicles is a podcast about how to transition your hobby into your career. Do you guys have any tips for emerging entrepreneurs or people that want to start a business?
I think it's kind of just putting yourself out there. There's one prime example from how we started. Vince saw on Facebook a business seminar or something to meet other business owners and aspiring entrepreneurs, and we were let's sign up and see what it's all about. And that was really I think it was, I can say for all of us, our first time ever attending one of those. So we went, we had no idea what to expect. We pulled up to the conference, and we met a lot of different people, and that's how we got connected with the SoMa Filipinas people. We made a great connection with Desi, basically the mayor, Filipino mayor, officially, San Francisco. But yeah, that's really how it came about. We just kind of stepped forward, put ourselves out there. We talked with people with what we want to do, and at the time it was straight up. We were we want to own a bar. How can we do it?
That, and it provided the support that one might not necessarily feel before that. Our dreams of owning a bar didn't really feel attainable or reachable until we went to that seminar, and they so happened to be looking for a company like ours to be a part of their movement. So you just gotta put yourself out there, be vulnerable, be teachable, I guess, be coachable, and just keep going. I'd say don't stop at the first no. You're gonna hear a lot of no's more than yeses, so just keep going.
A lot of small steps equals one big one at the end of the year. So just gotta keep pushing it forward little by little. Doesn't matter how big the goals are. I mean, you want how big your steps are and stuff. Just keep moving forward.
So, what are your guys' plans for 2023? What's going on? Like, what's new?
I think we just plan to keep growing. I think we are babies still in this stage of our business, so we just want to keep growing and learning. The main goal is to be known as this one of the best Filipino-American food brands out there, especially coming out of the Bay Area. Want to be known as like, okay, this is good introductory or good gateway Filipino food. And if people are coming to visit San Francisco from all over the world and they're asking where to eat, I want people to lead them to Uncle Tito to try some good Filipino food.
I just really bring awareness to anyone who comes in or orders for delivery or whoever touches Uncle Tito food, merchandise, whatever it is. Just know that like we're in the present, but there's a lot of history behind it too.